Guys, my name is Gurushki and welcome to my beautiful channel. My day has been pretty crazy. Having gifts like I have, which is psychic mediumship, the ability to channel, communicate with other realms, dimensions, and also just to pick up insight of people's thought patterns. It's crazy because you can literally pick up hateful energy all the time, and sometimes it's not the most pleasant thing you want to know, especially from people who are close to you and they don't think that you know. Um, but yeah, so it's like I'm dealing with that, trying to learn how to control my gifts more and so forth. But I hope you guys had a better day. um, on a good note, though, I did get a new tattoo. It is a Hamza hand. I'll show you guys. I'll probably make a video about all my tattoos so far tomorrow when I take this off. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good day. That was the highlight of my day. I did a little shopping, so I'm pretty happy. So the last video I made for Tuesday, I believe, I couldn't get to Wednesdays or today's daily reading. I'm sorry about that for those of you who've been anticipating that one. The one before this was about, it was touching a lot on accepting your gender, your sexuality, and your race. And I think that was a much needed message. Usually, my guys like to touch on a lot of what the collective is going through or what a majority of my followers are going through. I do touch on a lot of beauty standards video, which I need to make a new one. I think I'm being guided to make a new one. I am going to do another Oshun reading and so forth, but let's get right into this reading. I will link below all the details you need to know if you want to do a personal reading with me. By all means, it's worth it. For those of you, again, who I owe a reading to, just shoot me an email and I will make sure that I get that to you ASAP. I do not work on a cruise ship anymore, so I should be able to get to everyone at this time. Alright, so let's see what's going on today's energy. Okay, so a lot of you guys have gifts that you aren't quite accepting at this time. A lot of it does have to do with psychic abilities. Some of you guys want to own a business, could be something along the lines of owning a tarot business. But some of you guys have great ideas as far as creative projects and things of that nature. Because here I have the High Priestess in reverse. So usually the High Priestess, when I pull this, to me has to do with someone who is highly intuitive, very psychic, very spiritual being, someone who is a master in their practice. But it's in reverse, so it's something that's up in the air. And for me, this is giving me a feeling of owning a shop. So it could be that you are talking to a business partner, talking to a friend, or something that has crossed your mind lately about owning a shop, and it's up in the air because you haven't really come to terms with what you want to manifest or where you want it to be. You haven't really decided exactly what you want to come out of your gifts just yet. It could also mean that your guides are suggesting that you do open a shop. Or it could also be a job offer where that caters to your psychic abilities. Like you might be walking down the street one day, as crazy as it sounds, and you might find a sign like psychics wanted or, intuitive helpers needed. You never know, depending upon what hometown you live in or where you're visiting, what type of shops needs certain helpers. Where I am, it was crazy. In Hawaii at this moment, in Maui, there's a lot of spirituality things going on here, a lot of spiritual people you see, a lot of very exotic alternative people. But you never know what the case may be. You might be getting a lot of synchronicities, a lot of coincidences at this time that might be leading you to your destination. So your guides at this time are telling you to flow freely. Also for you artists out there who have been working on paintings, a lot of you guys are up in the air of like, oh, do I want to be put in exhibits? Do I want to have my art in museums and so forth? So there's a lot of thought behind creative projects. But more so, at the end of the day, you have to decide if you want your dreams to be a reality or just thoughts. So this is just kind of like a motion of sitting with yourself, and trying to understand like what's best for you. But at the end of the day, you might have to just take a leap of faith and let the universe guide you halfway just to see what comes out of it. Even if you don't want to take it seriously initially, you never know what God's plan is, essentially. Also, shout out to Drake for that newest video, God's Plan. I kind of stumbled upon that. It was very inspiring and very humble of him to make that video. If you guys haven't checked it out. All right, so what's next? All right, so there's a lot of questioning. Still, a lot of you guys are questioning. This gives me two things. Usually, when this card comes up, it can be depicted in a lot of ways. It could be hiding from something that you need to take care of, something that you've been putting on the back burner. But it also can be you've been working hard and diligently on something, and some of you guys are getting a feeling of wanting to give up. So, but it's in reverse. So to me, I'm interpreting this as someone who has been working hard, very hard lately, and it's a job that you probably just don't want anymore. You just want to give up on. Doesn't really resonate with your energy. They have you working like a slave, kind of. Job that you may have had for like 10 years or so. And you're just about ready to give up. And this card is coming up because it's not necessarily a bad thing to feel this way. A lot of us feel like, well, I have a steady job, I have this income, I make good money, and I should feel thankful, I should feel grateful. But sometimes this energy comes up as a red flag, meaning that you need change, and change is never bad. Change is just change. So it's time for you to look at your lifestyle choices at this time and decide what you really want. And I'm going to make a video of law of attraction next today, actually, and how it's important to really attract the things that you want around you, and how easy it actually is. Once we make it's all about deciding. So if some of you guys need to actually listen to Big Sean's I Decided. I'm advertising for all these rappers today, but it's so relevant because it's like a lot of us are just up in the air about all these things, and usually it's because we need change. Usually we do know the direction we need to go. We're just stalling and we're resisting the inevitable. You never want to be in a space where you're resisting change, because that's most of the time where your better life lies. Where your peace of mind lies, where, yeah. Some of you also could be struggling with authority and people telling you what to do, or you could actually be getting past that now at this time. Because a lot of messages I've been getting lately, from my guidance, for example, is stay free. And a lot of that is practicing non-conforming, meaning not living by the ideals of others and what they want you to live by. So someone may tell you you need a certain job, you go get that job because of acceptance, or because your parents or your girlfriend or boyfriend may want you to do it. Don't do things out of just being this robotic person that listens to what everybody says. Be your own independent thinker, basically. Try to practice that if you're not already. Alright, so the next card here is Strength. So some of you guys need to practice more compassion for yourself. Some of you guys have beat yourself up way too much. Sexuality is coming up again. So some of you guys are beating yourself up a lot about being who you are. Maybe what you've been gifted with, the body you've been gifted with, the skin tones, everything you've been gifted with, the hair texture that you've been given. A lot of you guys are still struggling and having a battle with that. Maybe it's because of childhood wounds that's been open. I know a lot of Black women, for example, who didn't even have Barbie dolls to represent them, or maybe they had a very select few role models in their life to take from. But basically, your guides are telling you to love who you are, love every bit of yourself, your curves, your body. Believe it or not, it's a very big deal more than I thought, because I keep getting these in my readings. A lot of women, for some reason, and I actually want to take part in making this video and knowing why you guys feel this way about like your body and owning it, because a lot of you guys are covering up. A lot of you guys just don't want to show your belly or your curves or your natural hair even, and it's really concerning. Maybe I should make a video about it. But I would like to have a one-on-one conversation, probably go live about it, and why you guys feel this way. But a lot of you guys are encouraged to look in the mirror more and own your sexuality in every aspect of the word. So yeah, let's see. What else is going on? Okay, so a lot of you guys may be feeling like someone's backstabbing you in your atmosphere. You could be feeling, again, I'm picking up gossip a lot, but then again, there's also gossip passing out of your life. So some of you guys have a very, very good idea of who the snakes in your life are. You may be putting up with them for way too long. You may be healing from the past and people just calling you names or just treating you bad. And this is due to self-worth issues. A lot of you guys are upping your self-worth, understanding what you're worth, understanding your beauty, your good qualities in yourself. And that's allowing that to pass, because this looks like, when I look at this card, it looks like you're letting dozens of people step all over you and talk shit and talk bad about you, abuse you. But that old self is basically dead. That cycle has come to an end. Some of you guys have just cut people off in your life who no longer deserve you. And that's your guys want to commend you on a job well done if that is relevant to you at this time. So this kind of coincides with the Justice card here. Kind of goes hand in hand, because it's like kind of like a congratulations on not allowing people to dictate your life anymore. Especially for some of you, be a big influence in your life and dictating your life. A lot of people struggle with male authority. Partly because a lot of men in our society don't know, especially men, don't know how to raise their daughters. They have this really like weird relationship as far as like how to my phone's forever dying. This weird relationship with how to be sensitive yet stern with their daughters, and like how to love them and teach them healthy self images. Like we lack that as a whole in our society. So a lot of you guys are healing from a lot of traumatic experiences pertaining to your father or male authority figures at this time. Finding balance and healthier ego. A lot of you guys are releasing power struggle in your life, meaning instead of arguing with people, you're just letting things be more. You're being water. You're going with the flow. Just Xing people off out of your life quick as hell. Like your discernment is getting stronger, basically, and that's a good sign. Last card here. Yeah, a lot of walking away. Some of you guys know how to pick and choose your battles now. So when someone gives you lip or tries to dictate your life, you're just like, whatever, I don't want to hear it. You're quick to let them go. And that's the best thing you ever learned in your life so far. Some of you guys may be ending a cycle, a karmic cycle actually, because you finally learned how to accept yourself as you are, how to cut people off, even though it seems like it can be dickish or asshole-ish at times, but you don't really care what people think, which you're slowly but surely learning at this time. Keep going, my guys are saying, and enjoy your life at this time. But yeah, that's it, you guys. That is your reading, your daily reading. Remember to check below to either email me any questions you have for any spiritual topics, or if you want a reading from me. I also post daily free readings on my Instagram, which will be posted below. Queen_K.E.A. Queen Kia. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Be dope, be you unapologetically. Peace.